Once again like to thank all the dignitaries for inaugurating the Expo and for sharing their valuable thoughts on the security with the audiences. Thank you so much once again to each and every one of you present over here. We extend our hearty vote of thanks to all of you. Meanwhile, we request all the conference speakers and delegates to take a short break at the back of the hall and get back to the seats for the first session. Thank you so much everyone.
Let's have a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for all the inaugural dignitaries, and I would request everyone the inaugural dignitaries to please come forward for a group photograph. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Media. Thank you so much for joining us here for this closed door media briefing. Welcome from my side. I'm Yogesh Mudras, Managing Director, Info Markets in India. Here at the 8th edition of Safe South India, and for this media briefing, I've been joined by some of the giants of the industry who are here. Sitting right next to me is Mr. John Paul Manikam, who is chair of OSAC, which is Overseas Security Advisory Council, Chennai chapter. Sitting on the left is we have Mr. Choza Nachia Rajasekar, very well known in this entire Tamil Nadu. He is a president of the Tamil Chamber of Commerce. Sitting next to him is Pankaj Jain, who is senior group director at Info Markets in India from our organizer's side. And next to him is Mr. A. Narasimhan, who is vice president strategic business alliances from Hikvision India Private Limited. So, just to give you a brief about this show, SAFE is a subset, or I would say that the parent event is IFSEC, which we do this. We are Inform being a part of global group listed in London. We do this show IFSEC in UK and across the world, and which we launched in India 17 years back. Then we saw there was a big demand in south of India, and that's the reason we came and launched this show SAFE for security and surveillance industry 8 years back here, and it's been growing from strength to strength. And the hub is in Chennai, because we all know Chennai is a big manufacturing hub and also a commercial center with so many safe and smart cities around it. And also we had seen a lot of security threats in the past. So this industry, as I say, is growing year on year for us. This year for us, over 120 brands are exhibiting at this show. Some really innovative products from across the entire security and surveillance industry are being showcased, be it from CCTVs, access control, biometrics, be it the boom barriers. Everything is there, and all the latest innovations are being showcased at the show. We are also in a very and conference which is going to take place over these 2 days, and some potentially challenging issues for this industry. What are the new innovations? And we have over 35 speakers coming in from some of the giants of this industry coming and speaking here at this event. The purpose of this event is to how we catalyze the growth of this industry, and this industry is already, if I look at even the security services industry, is over $3 billion industry this year, and the overall security and surveillance industry has been growing by around 16-17% CAGR year on year. So this is only for us to make it our lives safer, be it the corporate world, be it the residential world. I think this, we were represented here by the traffic department. We have the Chief Justice Bandi Gangadhar, IPS, DCB Traffic, who was here, and also from the fire department we have Fire Officer P. Sarvanand. So they are all basically looking at all these products, which will be then make our lives easier in the future. So a lot of government departments are expected to come in out here to visit this show. But a lot of corporate sector is viewing the show very closely. Over 4,000 trade visitors are going to come in over this next 2 days, and I think just this life is going to be more secure and keep on growing these products. I think for us, this industry, and for me as Informa Markets, We like bringing this kind of shows to showcase all the innovations that are happening in this space. What I'll do is after I speak, I'll pass on the mic to each of the speakers. They'll speak about how they're associated with the show, what they think about the security sector in particular, and then we'll open the floors once each speaker speaks for any questions from the media. So first I'll hand my mic to Mr. John Paul, sir from your side.
தமிழ்ல பேசலாமா? Expo, okay. OSAC, Overseas Security Advisory Council, is under the US Constitution. Security leaders எல்லாருமே இந்த குரூப்ல இருக்கும். So they are the users of this technology. When you exhibit such kind of technologies, companies want to know how to protect their own assets, critical assets. It can be people, property, right? Their brand reputation, everything is involved. I can see right from dash cams to CCTV cameras to backup recorders. இது எல்லாமே கம்பெனிஸ்ல யூஸ் பண்றதுக்கான opportunity இருக்கு. Right from OMR to Sriperumbudur to every section. Chennai is a multi-diverse industrial city. அது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். It is just not an IT hub. So அங்கே சேஃப்டிக்கும் செக்யூரிட்டிக்கும் நிறைய ஸ்கோப் இருக்கு. So as OSAC, we are associated with it in two things. One, knowledge partner. We wanted to share knowledge. Conferences support பண்றோம். இன்னொன்று, we also wanted to bring in the younger generation to know about what's happening in this world. They can be part of this innovation. They can become entrepreneurs, or they can learn these skills and then come into companies. So in the aspect, this expo has been a tremendous success in Chennai, and a lot of people look forward every year, and we are super happy to be associated with this expo and Infomama.
Thank you, Mr. Rajsekhar.
Chair Rajashekhar, President, Tamil Chamber of Commerce. We are continuously associated with this exhibition organized by Info Markets during several periodical periods, including last time. The security is most concerned when it comes to trade and industry, because a lot of investment in plant machinery and both manual and other sources are there. To prevent, security is meant for prevention. Tamil what you call Varumun Kapom அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. For your information, the magnitude of this security and other issues. Recently, due to this development of artificial intelligence and other IoT and other things, the cyber attack is more in these days. For your information, a statistical information of US FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, 22 to 23 data, almost 38% of cyber attacks increase. The value loss goes to up to $1 million to $2.5 million for that particular year. It shows how important these innovations and latest developments in equipments and security. For awareness, they are making contribution to the awareness and the safety security of the trade and industry. We wish to organize these exhibitions. In future also we are supporting. Tamil Chamber of Commerce Sarbla, Tamil Nadu government, we are taking so much of efforts, Tamil Nadu industry and trade, for safety, security and everything, development of trade and industry, economic developments. In this context, இந்த நேர பின்னணியில் இது போன்ற வர்த்தக செக்யூரிட்டி சேஃப்டி எக்யூப்மெண்ட் வர்த்தக கண்காட்சி இந்த தொழில் அமைப்புகளுக்கு மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு விழிப்புணர்வை ஏற்படுத்தும். அவங்களோட சேஃப்டி செக்யூரிட்டிக்கு இது மேன்மேலும் உதவி செய்யும் என்ற அடிப்படையில் இது போன்ற நிகழ்வுகள் தொடர்ந்து இங்கு நடைபெற வேண்டும். அதற்கு தமிழ் சேம்பர் ஆஃப் காமர்ஸ், தமிழகம் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட், தமிழக அரசாங்கமும் ஒத்துழைக்கும் என்று கூறி.
Thank you. Can I pass to Mr. Security and Surveillance Space, Brahma Hikvision India Private Limited? So something from your side?
Sure. Brahma Hikvision India Private Limited, established in 2007 in India, has been making great strides in terms of ensuring safety and security
Good morning,
in the
ladies and
country
gentlemen.
by
Please be
manufacturing some of the technologies, cameras with technologies which are futuristic in nature. The organization has the turnover of the organization has been increasing by several thousand crores, I would say it, across the globe, and also in India we have developed today this. What we do is the unique, and we stand as the top market leaders in India. The technology that is adopted is of present day, and also we have an R&D facility with almost 40 people working around the clock to ensure that the latest artificial intelligence and machine learning and all these technologies, the deep learning methods, they're all in-depth in the cameras, so that people get the latest technology and the products. The company has over 53 branches in India, ensuring that the after-sales service is taken care of. And the uniqueness about this organization is that it has got solutions and products for every vertical. Call it for education, call it for banking, call it for traffic management, for especially the railways and the road transport, and for every aspect, for every trade and commerce, there is a product which is available. So for every trade and there is a product and a solution which is available. We have a factory there in Vasai, which is near Mumbai, where we have a facility for 4 lakh meters of space, manufacturing the latest cameras. And this factory ensures that they supply about 16 lakh cameras per month. We are not only looking at the Indian market, we are also looking at the Southeastern Asian market, where there is a huge opportunity that exists for these cameras. The after-sales service that we provide is unique in nature. We ensure that any customer who buys the product has the opportunity to send it back to the factory in case they have faced any difficulty or it is not repairable there at the end. And the arrangement is with 2 major courier service in India who pick up these cameras free of cost from the customer, and a replacement camera is delivered within 24 hours. With all this facility, the company is also coming up with many non-CCTV products, like they've already been there about access control and boom barrier and these kind of products. The company has now introduced HIC Robo, which is useful for the robotic cameras which are used in warehousing and other places. There are machine cameras which are being used by the production oriented companies. So we not only make cameras that is used for security, or as Gentleman said about the precautionary methods that are adopted for safety and security of any premises, but the cameras are now being useful for increasing the profits of the customer, increasing the yield factor in the customer's premises, thereby ensuring that it becomes a center of all activities, and all the safety, security, production activities. These are all centered around the cameras, which can help the customer to increase the production. So this has been the contribution of the company in the country as of today.
Thank you. Very interesting insight. Over to Pankaj Jain, my colleague at Inform Markets.
Thanks everybody.
Sure.
Thank you all of you for coming. Good morning to all of you. The larger purpose of this event actually is securing people, property and assets, right? To me, security is a common factor to all of them, right? And the other message which we try to push to the community is, by and large, as I said, I look after safety and security as a vertical. Both the verticals, people generally are reactive to the situation. When a problem happens, then they want to do something about it. The idea is that they should be very, very proactive, right? A CCTV camera or a biometrics or artificial intelligence. These kind of things should be proactively installed by everybody at our homes, at our workplace, infrastructure, and so on. So that's the message we try to push through the event, through the exhibition and the conference. And now, Yogesh, over to you.
So thank you so much. I think we have heard the panelists. The floor is open for any questions from the media. If, I may request you to just say your name if you can, which media you represent, and any panelists if you want to ask questions to particularly.
Mike with you.
My name is Naina. I'm a senior journalist, previously in print and e-media for more than 3 decades, sir. Now I am a freelance journalist, doing all the news coverage and doing the right. Now I want to ask one question, sir. How the technology has improved so much. At the same time, the criminals also, they have developed their technology. So how to safeguard from that technology, from like this cameras?
So very good question, sir. The cameras that are manufactured are first the R&D comes up with various solutions. So for your question, the thing is that there is something called a facial recognition, which is part and parcel of a compulsory feature that comes in a camera. So it is not only it not only captures the face and the other forensic details of the criminal or the person who is not abiding the law. It also ensures that it is registered across the country in the various even into the UID network, which is maintained. So if such a person approaches any place, or if he has to be found where exactly he is presently, these can be captured by the cameras. So when a person comes in contact in front of a camera, the camera recognizes the person and immediately gives an alert to the law and order agencies. So this is a feature which has to be accepted and adopted by the organizations. So today I can go to the extent of saying that, say, our NH Chidambaram Stadium, if a criminal is sitting at a distance of say 1 kilometer away in the stadium, on the other side of the stadium, the cameras can still recognize. You can zoom in, you can capture the face of the person and compare it with the data which is available, the registered data which is available with the law and order agencies. Immediately it gives an alert. It is not that exactly, on the 99.9% it recognizes, but if similar faces are there, it means it down to about 7-8 people and then gives an opportunity to go and examine. So this has been the technology which is now in use. So all those apprehensions that you have, it's already been taken care of by the camera manufacturing.
My name is Prakash, Chennai Press News. Present situation, data security, what is the current situation? What is the future ahead?
Can you repeat the question? Data security. So data security, when it comes to especially the banks, they have taken a lot of precautions already on this. So it is both ways. The images which are the camera images is also a data, and also the software which is used by the banks are also a data. Now there are various methods that are being adopted. Some firewalls being developed to ensure that the present check truncation system or the core banking solutions which have been formed, they are already developed those kind of data, so that the leakage does not happen. Many a times what we hear about the spam calls that come to us and people part with their information is all created by human beings. When I am told that I should not share the password or should not share the PIN number of my card, many of us land up giving these details. Similarly, when it comes to government data also, there is a lot of NIC has taken a lot of precaution where data passes through a certain server and then it is identified whether it's a genuine information sort or it's a spam. So that is on the software side. Coming to the images which are to be saved, Again, there are several passwords which are used. The camera manufacturer has a password to ensure that where he is installing the camera, the data are secured by the organization in terms of its own password. The buyer of the camera is also given an opportunity to ensure that he has a password to operate the cameras and store the data. Third agency, which is the service provider, like we have Airtel, we have others, who give network connectivity to these cameras, they also have passwords. So it is all protected at various levels. It is the organization has to ensure that they have control systems at their place. As far as the manufacturer is concerned, they have a facility and they also ensure that these are protected. That's how it goes about.
When you talk about security, you deal with more with the government agencies.
Yeah.
Now, how you are dealing with government agencies?
Government agencies.
No, there are licensing systems.
Yes.
There are licensing which have to be obtained by the organization. There is an organization called STQC who provide these certifications. So it is a must that one has to have these certifications. There are vulnerability tests which are done by these agencies to ensure whether there is any possibility of any data leakage or whether there is any possibility of any data being wrongly used. So that they ensure that once that is it is an acid test that the organization goes through. Once it is through, then only they are able to implement.
Is there any security solution louder for companies, those who are working on hybrid mode? After COVID, many persons are hybrid.
Yes, there are.
Is there
See,
any-
the cameras, they have this facility of connecting with the Wi-Fi systems as well. And these cameras can also be connected on the network. So, during the COVID time, there are many organizations who were using this hybrid system only. Because the wireless system of the or the IP cameras which are used, these can be accessed from any location. So, as I told you, the cameras which are operated, for example, in a steel plant, where the safety, security, and the high temperature zones are there, irrespective of whether hybrid or not. Some of these places where the cameras are used, where there is very high temperature, like for example, as I said, steel plant where the molten iron, the iron melts at a point of 1500 degrees centigrade. No human being can go there. There are cameras now being used to detect whether it has melted and to what extent it has melted. நம்ம வீட்டில் சாதம் பண்ணுறோம் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணுறோம் அதை எடுத்து பார்க்கணும். We just pick up few grains and see whether it is cooked. Similar system goes on in the steel plant. So there it is, the cameras identify now, instead of human beings, the cameras identify whether it is ready for tilting, whether it is ready to be, the molten iron to be poured out. So such cameras are available.
Any solution provided for data breach?
Solution?
Any provision?
Louder, sir.
So when employees work from home, they are using their own laptops, right? Or the company provided desktops. There are different layers of security installed in those company provided devices. If company provides a mobile phone, then even that mobile phone is encrypted. To use what you can share, even mobile phones are restricted to take screenshots, official mobile phones. The screenshot எடுத்து டேட்டாவை ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ண முடியாது, இல்லை லேப்டாப்பில் ஸ்க்ரீன்ஷாட் எடுத்து பண்ண முடியாது. So these kind of systems are being in place because of the hybrid work model or remote work model. சில பேர்லாம் வீட்டில் இருந்தால் ஒர்க் பண்ணுறோம், ஆஃபீஸ்க்கே வரது. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி சூழ்நிலையில் இந்த மாதிரி சிஸ்டம் ஒர்க் பண்ணுறாங்க. இன்கேஸ் அந்த எம்ப்ளாயோட ரோல் வந்து சென்சிட்டிவான ரோல், பேங்க் டிரான்சாக்ஷன்ஸ், கஸ்டமர் டீட்டெயில்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுறோம்னா தென் தே ஹேவ் டு கம் டு த ஆஃபீஸ். அந்த ரோலை ஆஃபீஸில் தான் ஒர்க் பண்ண வேண்டியது, வீட்டில் ஒர்க் பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி டிஃப்ரெண்ட் லேயர்ஸ் ஆஃப் டேட்டா செக்யூரிட்டி ஹஸ் பீன் புட் இன்டு all the devices and to the roles of the employee, depending on the sensitivity of the employee's work. அதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி பிரிச்சுட்டாங்க. So all companies have this implemented to protect data of the customer, data of the company, and data of the organization and the country they are dealing with.
One more question regarding facial recognition.
Facial.
Any demand like during IPL season?
Demand high during which season?
In IPL season.
IPL season.
From government departments like police and
the Indian Premier League during the IPL.
During a season, sports season, you're saying, how does this demand go up?
No, demand goes up depending on who wants to implement it. See, there are various agencies. The cricket matches which are held in the various stadiums, it is not only BCCI which is involved. There are other agencies also involved in it, especially the police department, which is to take care of the security aspect of it. So depending on the stadium, the location, the angles at which they want to be covering the entire stadium, the requirement of cameras comes up, and so there are various types of cameras. There are cameras with 16, 18, 64, capacities, which are implemented, which are brought by these people. So it all depends on what kind of requirement that comes up, but demand does go up not only during the seasons, but it also goes up equally across for every region. If there are festivals in the temples today, you see in Tirupati at least, I see that it is implemented right from the foothills of the right covered right up to the top. So those are cameras installed by us. There are many places during the Kumbh Mela, you see that it has to be covered. Unfortunately, I am not sure about what happened last week at that place in UP, but mostly it is all precautions are taken, and these cameras installed. It is in Ganesh Mandals in Maharashtra during Ganpati Puja it is installed, in Durga Puja in Bengal it is implemented. So these are actually it becomes compulsory, mandatory instructions from the police department.
Hold on. Just give me a minute. The demand of security products would go up when any new infrastructure is created, right? Of course, it would happen when an IPL happens or any festival happens. Any city has a new airport, right? Or a new residential complex or a new hotel, right? Security would be required everywhere. You have to secure all the assets, right? So demand honestly is, to me, directly related to the infrastructure development that is happening across the country.
Sir, this is the 8th edition of Safe Expo.
I'll just add to what he said. Yeah. So again, taking on from where he says it, some of these areas where installation of security cameras have become mandatory. Banks, every bank has to have in their branches, in their wherever they have got a currency vault which is there, it's compulsory. So RBI has made it compulsory for all the banks to be having it. All police stations have to have it. All housing societies in Maharashtra, you have to compulsory install cameras. Not only inside the society, but the ones facing the road as well. So if any incident happens on the road, the society which is covering, which is just near or opposite that road, is to provide all the data. So in most of the places, like hotels now, it has become compulsory that you have to install. So it is already slowly becoming, important. This place is also now covered. So if any exhibitions that happen, they have to compulsory install it.
Sir, this is the 8th edition of Safe Expo. What B2B Expo? What are business you generate?
So the business, so our job as the exhibition organizer is to bring the community together. And when I say community, it primarily comprises of the sellers and the buyers, right? So all the companies who are showcasing their products and technologies here, they are the provider of technology, they are the sellers. And through our marketing efforts, we ensure that we get the right set of B2B visitors, business to business, and that primarily comprises of two communities. One is the end user, the CSOs, the chief security officers of mid-sized companies to large companies. They would come and visit the show because they want to see the best technology that is available, and they would want to deploy that technology in their company, right? That is one. The second is also the channel community, right? If tomorrow you want to install camera in your house, right, you would actually call a small system integrator or an installer who's near your house, right? or you may go to a Ritchie Street. So the channel, the dealers, the distributors, the system integrators, the installers, they also come to the show, because the smaller installations at homes or a shop, they would do. So through this show, we try to bring the entire community together.
So I think you have a valid question in terms of what business is generated, but as you know, this is not a government show. So the exhibitors don't exactly quote us the numbers for to give the number, but how as an organizer, how do I overall find out the response of the show? Is how the show has grown. Are there new exhibitors coming in? How many new companies are coming? How many new products are being displayed? So this year the show has grown 20%. So for me, I think that is a parameter. If the shows are growing, if the visitor numbers are, because this is a B2B show, no consumers. So we filter the audience that comes in, which is targeted. So if the visitor numbers are growing, that's the parameter on which I evaluate an exhibition. So for me this year, our pre-registrations have grown by 100% from last year. So what we had last year, we are already, so we are going to expecting double the audience what we got last year. So that's something, there are some of the parameters as an organizer I expect. And that shows that this is a very important market. That's the reason the overall exhibition space is growing, exhibitors growing, new products coming in, more audiences coming in. So that's how we see it. From this.
Asking the exact amount or volume what generated. Actually, for information, our book exhibition is conducted by publishers himself. The publishing house association is, all the exhibitors are their members. So they are bound to give the data. They are able to give that on 10th day, the total number, how much volume and value business generated. Here they are acting as a catalyst and awareness and service provider. They can't insist the exhibitors. As he said that number of growing, more and more exhibitors are coming means, that is the indication that bread business is growing. As you requested, they may also take a decision hereafter for all exhibition conducted in India, not only in Chennai, to give a feedback form to the exhibitor, because the business is the secret one thing is also involved. They don't want to give the data, exact data, as if I am a investor or company owner, I will not give this so much of business.
I will as an
So
OEM,
this may be affected for next time.
So as an OEM, it's a very valid question. We have been participating in this exhibition ever since its inception. The IFSEC and the Informa markets, events are being addressed by us and participated by us. The regional shows also we participate, both in Mumbai as well as in Chennai. I will confidently tell you that this is the right platform, this is the right place for people who are having products and solutions to showcase. It has helped the organization not only in terms of multiplying its turnover many folds, but in identifying the prospective distributor, prospective dealer for our products, the prospective system integrators for our products, the prospective customer for our products. It has increased. I mean, we are here today only because of the benefits that we derive by participating in this exhibition and the events that are conducted by them, and they are thorough professionals. They understand the needs of the people who are spending money to participate here and what is that they are looking forward to. So the kind of the promotion that they do, the kind of activities that they conduct during these exhibitions, these are of the international standards. I would say better than that. I've been to many international forums as well. I must tell you, this is one of the best organizations that we are working for. Very, very proud to be associated with it.
South India market potential.
The overall industry is growing by 17-18%. Okay. I would assume, I mean, I don't have the actual data, but I would assume that the growth since we are in Chennai and Tamil Nadu, since there is so much manufacturing happening here, right? And Chennai is kind of hub for South India. People come here for trade, people come here for business. The security surveillance market in Chennai probably would be growing at a pace which is more than 70%, 20% or 25%. So, but the overall industry is at a growth pace, so that would be the true for Tamil Nadu and Chennai as well. Many actually. So some of them participate directly, and some of them appoint their distributors. They have a distributor who is, you know, actually showcasing the product of an international company. So that's how it is. You know, we have companies from, I would say, all across the globe. And the best of the video surveillance product, access control, biometrics, entrance automation, AI, as you said, you know, you have different kinds of technologies being showcased at the show. In case you have any specific requirement, do let us know. Probably we can go and meet somebody.
Sir, how many exhibitors and brands are participating this year? How many is the close?
This year we have 50 plus exhibitors, and some of the exhibitors are showcasing multiple brands. So 120 brands and 50 exhibitors, that is what the size of the show is. And as Yogesh said, we are expecting at least 4,000 business visitors to come to the show.
Sir, how do you see the growth, sir?
Growth in the exhibition.
I mean, when the industry grows, the show grows as well, right? And we act as a catalyst for the growth of the industry. So year on year, you know, the growth of the industry has been around 17-18%, right? And the show is also going to grow with that same pace, or maybe slightly more, is what I think.
One last question.
The technology grows, the cyber criminals also growing. Did you ever take any steps to make them a startup?
So if I have to be honest, I know some, you also asked some questions on cyber. I have done shows on cyber security as well. Cyber security or information security, you can call it network security also. That's a slightly different subject, okay? Though there is a convergence happening when it comes to technology, but cyber security is a slightly different subject. This show is more about commercial security, electronic security, okay? Though here also the technologies are evolving. You know, when the cameras came initially, they were analog cameras. Now there are cameras which are IP based. So, you know, that's where the cyber thing comes into the picture. But by and large, this is a electronic security show. To me, cyber security is a slightly different subject. Pardon?
You add cybersecurity in that?
We would love to. It depends on how the industry moves forward, right? We will go with what the industry requirement is.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. I'm Yogesh Munras, Managing Director Info Markets in India. Welcome you all to this Safe South India, which is the 8th edition of the show. This has become a very important show in this region for the security and safety and surveillance industry. This year it's having 120 brands from not only India but also international brands being showcased. This show is for everything to do with security, CCTVs, access control, video surveillance, barriers, everything which is there which we want to see. The latest technologies are on display, and I think as we know, this industry is moving more and more towards artificial intelligence, machine learning, IP-based cameras. So I think some really interesting products are here. We were represented here by the traffic police GCP, and they are very keen, and I think this is something we are going to see. This technologies are going to make our lives more safer, and we are going to feel more secure, and I'm happy that we at Info Markets India have been catalysts for creating this kind of safety culture across the South India. So thank you so much. Anybody who's associated with the industry, you also see this technology innovations. There are some interesting knowledge sessions happening, so please do attend this show. This is happening today and tomorrow at Chennai Trade Center. Thank you.
So, how many exhibitors came? Exhibitors in this exhibition, and then success rate of the
So this year over 50 exhibitors, 120 because many exhibitors showcase different brands, over 50 exhibitors, but some very innovative products are here, and success rate is definitely higher because we started in a very small show and now it's growing about 20-25% year on year, and we should be happy that this sector, the government, everybody is more aware and trying to make us more secure. So more companies which are coming into the market. One unique thing which we are seeing about this industry is more and more Indian companies are dominating. Earlier we saw a lot of Chinese products which were there, but now it's more Indian, make in India products which are coming into this space. So Indian manufacturing is also happening. They are also getting exported now. So happy that India is becoming very manufacturing base for this kind of products. Thank you.
தோழனாட்சியார் ராஜசேகர் தலைவர் தமிழ் வர்த்தக சங்கம். இந்தியாவின் முதல் நிதியமைச்சர் திரு ஆர்.கே. சண்முகம் அவர்கள் நேரு அமைச்சரவையில் இடம்பெற்றிருந்த முதல் தமிழர் தொடங்கி வைத்த நிறுவனம் 80 ஆண்டுகளை கடந்து தொழில்துறைக்கு பங்காற்றி வருகிறது. தமிழ் சேம்பர் ஆஃப் காமர்ஸ் இணைந்து இந்த இன்ஃபோ மார்க்கெட்டிங் நடத்தும் செக்யூரிட்டி வர்த்தக கண்காட்சிக்கு பல வருடங்களாக தொடர்ந்து நாங்கள் ஒத்துழைத்து வருகிறோம். இந்த வருடமும் இந்த வர்த்தக கண்காட்சி தொடங்கி வைப்பதில் பெருமைப்படுகிறோம். மாறிவரும் சூழ்நிலையில் இன்றைக்கு செக்யூரிட்டி சேஃப்டி என்பது மிகப்பெரிய விஷயம். ஏன்னா டெரரிசம், அதுவும் தொழில் வர்த்தகத்தில் மிகுந்த முதலீடு இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் உள்ளது. நம்ம ஃபாரின் கண்ட்ரிலலாம் இன்சூரன்ஸ் அதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப அதிகமாக இருக்குது. இங்கே இப்போ தான் அது அவேர்னஸ் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. அதனால் எனி லாஸ் டு த சேஃப்டி அண்ட் செக்யூரிட்டி ஆஃப் தி ட்ரேட் அண்ட் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி, வர்த்தக தொழிலுக்கு பாதிப்பை ஏற்படுத்தும். ஒரு டேட்டா அனாலிசிஸ் பார்த்திங்கன்னா இன்றைக்கி சூப்பர் பவர் என்று சொல்லப்படுகிற அமெரிக்காவின் FBI ரிப்போர்ட் படி 22-23 சைபர் அட்டாக் 38% அதிகரித்துள்ளது. கிட்டத்தட்ட வேல்யூ அடிப்படையில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த 22-23 மட்டும் இந்த சைபர் கிரைமில் மட்டுமே கிட்டத்தட்ட $1 மில்லியன் $2.5 மில்லியன் இழப்பு வர்த்தக துறைக்கு ஏற்பட்டிருக்கிறது யூஎஸ்லேயே. அப்படி ஒரு விழிப்புணர்வு மிக்க வல்லரசு நாட்டிலேயே இந்த நிகழ்வுகள் நடக்கும் பொழுது நம்மை போன்ற வளரும் நாடுகளுக்கு இந்த சேஃப்டி செக்யூரிட்டி என்பது மிக முக்கியம். அதற்கு ஒரு விழிப்புணர்வை ஏற்படுத்தும் வகையில் இந்த வர்த்தக கண்காட்சி நடைபெறுவது தொழில் வர்த்தகத்துறை பயன்படுத்தி கொள்ள வேண்டும். அதை அடாப்ட் செய்து அதை மிகுந்த பாசிட்டிவாக நாம் தொடர்ந்து இழப்பு ஏற்படாமல் காப்பதற்கு ஒரு வழியாக மேற்கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்பதை வேண்டுகோளாக விடுத்து தமிழக அரசும் இதுக்கு பல முயற்சிகளை எடுத்து வருகிற வர்த்தக தொழில்துறை முன்னேற்றத்திற்கு அந்த வகையில் தமிழக அரசையும் பாராட்டி இந்த வர்த்தக கண்காட்சியை ஏற்பாடு செய்த அமைப்புகள் இன்ஃபோ மார்க்கெட்டிங் போன்றவர்களையும் பாராட்டி வாழ்த்துக்கிறேன். நன்றி.